the goal today, I want to be able to communicate market trends, some unique technologies, differentiators that Blue Coat has, compelling business proposition, and really give you the tools for you and inform you so that as you're sitting down and looking at your 2012, you can really make an informed decision on which vendors you as sales reps want to partner with in order to reach your business goal. So, a couple of things about the partners that Blue Coat is relevant to their business. They enjoy higher than usual margins than they receive from other vendors. And actually, we're usually in their top 5 from a bottom line overall revenue perspective. But from a margin perspective to the business, we are usually the first or second highest or largest margin contributor to their actual bottom line on the business. So we're 100% channel. Nothing goes direct. Everything goes through our channel partners. We do work through distribution, so we do have a 2-tier model. We have a very aggressive and profitable deal registration program that protects you once you identify an opportunity and register the deal. We are a recognized leader in our technology in 2 actual areas: secure web gateway and WAN optimization, and we do have a proven technology. So what do? We do 2 things. We play in 2 areas, 2 disciplines. We make the internet more secure, and we make the internet faster. So how do we do this? On the security side, we're a pure proxy. We provide authentication, access, policy enforcement, and caching, all at the gateway. The products under the web security line of business is our secure web gateway proxy, which does URL filtering. There's also proxy AV and data leak prevention in the product offering. And we offer these services as a cloud solution also. So you can have the flexibility to your customers that they can have multiple ways of deploying this technology. They can go with a purely appliance-based offering, they can go with a pure cloud offering, or they can use a hybrid where they're leveraging both cloud and appliance solutions. Basically what we see in the larger enterprises, the appliance in the data centers and at the HQ, and then some cloud at the branch offices. In the WAN optimization market, we have the Mach 5 acceleration product. It's a separate appliance. And we have a WAN management appliance, which is our Packet Shaper. It's a company we acquired about 3 years ago, Packeteer. And we have for the carrier space our cash flow product, which is just a very big hunk of iron for caching. Like I said, we are a recognized leader. Gartner recognizes Blue Coat as a market leader in both the WAN, the secure web gateway space. We're also a leader and winner of the 2010 Reader's Choice Gold Award for Information Security. And Forrester, Gartner, and all agree that Blue Coat is a leader in the WAN optimization space. So again, proven technology. So from a market, customers and the markets we play in, we currently have about 88% of the Fortune Global 500 companies. We've got over 30% of the Fortune 10,000 K companies, 10 of the largest service providers in the world, and a lot of the worldwide government organizations. But if I'm looking at this slide, I'm saying that the market opportunity exists in that Fortune 10,000. You've got close to 7,000 customers that are still, that Blue Coat still has as targets. So right now what we're experiencing in the industry is that there's really 3 mega trends that's all happening at the same time. There's coming together of these trends is why Blue Coat is really positioned well to meet the customer's needs. You've got the current and ongoing internet boom. It's really driving and changing the way the content models. You've got social networking and mobility are really driving new communication models. And the cloud is driving new infrastructure models. Simply put, the content we're using is changing, the way we're communicating is changing, and the way we're managing our data is changing as well. And really, the internet is becoming the network platform of the future for the enterprise. It's really becoming the corporate LAN, the internet. So what I'd like to do now is talk a little bit about the problems that Blue Coat solves. So if you take a look at if we first take a look at the secure web gateway and the problems Blue Coat offering solves, we make sure that all users, no matter where they are, all have the same usage or security policy, whether they're behind the firewall, out in the branch office, sitting in a Starbucks, in a hotel, in an airport, wherever they are, that the same policies are being applied at that point. We make sure that the users are who they say that they are when they're trying to access the assets. We keep the malware off networks, and we do a very good job at protecting against web-based threats. And we can really effectively and efficiently handle any exceptions on the fly for policies for specific people in the organization. We can really protect remote and mobile users, again, giving them that same level of policy and enforcement and security at the remote and at the branch levels and at the mobile levels. And while we're doing all of this, we're really good at delivering reporting, granular reporting for both compliance and for auditing. So let me step now and show you how Blue Coat delivers these services and the security, and how we really do it differently and better than other solutions out there. So this is really the sexy part of the Blue Coat story. We've got this infrastructure we call Web Pulse. And it's a cloud that leverages over 75 plus million users. It's collecting in real time all newly detected web links, content from all of the web gateways that are deployed. And Blue Coat currently has about 45,000 plus appliances deployed globally. So every time a user goes out to the web, Blue Coat is analyzing the web content and the sites that they're actually hitting. In addition, we've got multiple threat engines, and we use correlation rules, and really a whole bunch of analysis that goes on up in this thing we call the Web Pulse Cloud. We can analyze in 55 different languages. The competitors, maybe 5 languages at best. The Web Pulse Cloud database, it provides the security intelligence to the actual Blue Coat boxes. So for example, if a user goes out, they hit the secure web, they go out, hit a website, they're downloading the content, and the website is not listed in the database, it'll shoot out to the Web Pulse Cloud, and at that point get a rating on whether it's acceptable, whether it's an acceptable usage, is it gambling, is it adult entertainment, and if it is, it blocks it. If it's acceptable use policy, it'll just pass the site through. Now, if the Web Pulse doesn't have a rating on it, we actually have human raters that actually go to the website in real time and check that website and then give it a rate. Now, of course, this takes a little delay. There is a little pop-up that says that the site's being checked. So all the web requests that go to the Web Pulse Cloud is very efficient. Web Pulse does something that we call dynamic link analysis. We do 2.8 billion requests per week, 400 billion per day. Now this really changes the model of how other secure web gateway companies really check for malware at the gateway. They typically use the AV model. First it needs to be identified, then they need to create a patch. That patch needs to be pushed out, and there is a delay. We're actually doing it in the cloud in real time, and we're the only ones in the industry that has this approach to protecting the networks against malware. And again, we use multiple threat engines, sandboxing. We really use a lot of deep analysis in order to make this happen. We also have the K9 consumer user. Now, this is a free filter that we give out, and it's used for homes and You can go to the K9, www.k9.com, and you can actually download it and put it on your own computers at home if you've got kids. And it's a URL filtering, and it'll block them around. So all of those users are also part of this community. And kids are really, they really give us the most intelligence because they're all over the web, and they're going to places that we don't even know exist. So we really do get a lot. And it's amazing, if you look at the traffic that we see during the week and then what we see on the weekends, it's so dramatically different. Basically, about 5% of our of what we're analyzing during the week comes from the proxy SGs, the enterprise space. But on the weekends, 30% is coming from our consumer product that is with the kids going at this. So we are seeing things before they're even, before they're even being identified. Really, this is really the secret sauce. I mean, it really is the sexy part of our technology. So we immediately protect Blue Coat's web gateway and the remote users. Again, the policies, anyone, whether you're a remote user, behind the firewall, a branch office, is all plugged in. All of our technology, even our packet shaper, is plugged into this Web Pulse community. So what is this? This is bad content is coming from somewhere. And because of this Web Pulse community and these analytics that we do, Blue Coat can track and monitor where the bad contact is coming from. It doesn't make a difference to us, what it is. So regardless of what type of content it comes from, the bad places, Blue Coat and only Blue Coat knows it and knows that it has to be watched. So basically, we identify what we call malnets. And this is a term that we have developed, and it's malicious networks. Typically, they're looking at a web page, and if the web page, typical AV and URL filtering companies, if the page is deemed bad, they won't let that page, or they'll put a patch in. What we do is we actually identify the source, the network that this is coming from. And we've identified over 500 malicious networks out in the internet. And anything coming from that network needs to be watched, and more than likely it's blocked.